Hi everyone. I've been meaning to do this video for a while now, and I just wanted to come on here to talk about a couple things. One, mainly the direction in which I am headed, and the direction in which this channel is headed. But I will just put it this way: um, I feel like right now I lack a sense of direction. That I have too many things I want to do, but I also don't know what to do. And I know that not many people will watch this, but maybe other people feel this way. So I guess I'll just talk about why I feel this way and like maybe by talking about it I will, figure things out. But anyway, um for some context, I recently graduated with computer science degree in May of this year, which is longer than it actually feels like. But yeah, I graduated and I'm currently in graduate school. I'm doing research and I'm really enjoying my time. I went through a lot of changes, but I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm not saying that. I am very happy with where I'm at, and I think that there's a lot of cool things in store for me. But in regards to direction or in regards to where I'm going, what I'm gonna do, that is where it starts to get blurry. For some context, I've been trying to apply to internships, for example, find interesting work within, the software engineering slash machine learning, uh, like industry, which is something that I find really interesting. Like I have a background in software engineering, want to get into machine learning, but you know that in and of itself has been quite difficult, quite challenging. I would say. I don't want to make any blames or assumptions, but I will say it seems that the job market around these days is definitely rougher. Um, I've not been having much success in that regard. Part of me feels like I could be doing more, but part of me also realizes that I have been doing like a good amount. Right, I have applied maybe sent out hundreds of applications, um, emailed a good amount of people, and so I don't know if it's me or what. But in regards to that, all I can say is I can just keep going, like keep trying, uh, trying out new things, maybe reaching out to more recruiters or more founders here and there, personally. But anyway, without like blaming anything, the reason why though is I feel like that's what I've known, right? Like you go to school, you get internships, you apply for a job, you graduate, you work at your job. But then I've been doing research, as I mentioned, and I've realized that academia is really interesting. I, you know, look at my advisor and I see him, he did his PhDs, ranking research, going to conferences. Um, and I just find that so interesting. Writing papers, I find so interesting, getting published. And I feel like this world kind of forces you to choose between either going into academia and dedicating your entire life to academia or working in the industry and, never looking back. And while I agree that you can't do both, technically, not really. Like there's some exceptions, but usually you can't do both. It's kind of saddening because I feel like I really like, research and academia and all this. And yes, there's research in the industry, but you can't really do both things at the same time. Like, at least in the way I'm thinking about it. Let me know if I'm wrong on this. But the reason I'm rambling on this is just because I really do like research and I want to explore down that route. And it's definitely not the fancy route. Like, it's definitely like harder work, or not harder work. That's the right way to put it. It's definitely uh the more, I guess, like the less rewarding path, right? Because there isn't money in there as much as there is in the industry. There isn't as much work life balance as there in the industry. Okay, well, I'm just gonna stop making assumptions on that. But anyway, I've heard from a lot of people that they would rather just go to industry than go to research because yeah, there's not as much funding in research anymore, and to make it in research is actually tougher. Um, but that's just something I want to explore, and yeah, I feel like right now I'm at a point where I don't know how to do that. Because I can't be dancing on a tightrope where some days I want to go into the industry more, some days I want to go into research more. I feel like I have to commit to something. But then if I really want to go to the industry, it seems like it's not working out. Then I'm like, oh, maybe I can go to research and that will work out. But then I go look that way and then feel kind of hopeless. So I'm just kind of sitting there looking at both sides of things, like what to do. Um, which I guess that's something only I can find out myself. Um, but I guess that leads me to my next point, which is that I want to create, right? Um, I went to computer science because I love making things. I've always been a creative mind, and I can give you the same old spiel that every computer science major does, but I do generally love this subject, and I love software engineering, and I love machine learning, and I love all these concepts that just come from computer science, and I love math, which is honestly I feel like odd, um, but I love what I do, and I think for my first year being in computer science, it was true, right? That's when I took my first computer science class. I was like, wow, like I've unlocked a whole new world. I discovered an entire new realm of possibilities. I could just explore and write these programs. And when I went to sleep, I would think about these programs and what was wrong with my program and how I could, fix my bug. Wake up the next day, write it down, etc. But then, around my first or second year in college, I think I lost this. I don't know what it was, but I might have lost my passion for making things. Right, like I didn't make things on my free time, which is which shows, right? I didn't post any YouTube videos on here for about 4 years. I didn't make things on my free time. I just consume, consume, consume. And like, yeah, sure, I might have built stuff for school because yeah, in school they tell you what to do. So I did assignments. Um, and to give some credit to myself, like I guess I did build some to some extent, right? I went to hackathons during my undergrad. I did like one or two projects, but even then, I can't really say that because I never built consistently, and I think that was the main thing. Um, Building consistently, you know, that's what will separate people because just everyone can come on here and upload once, you know, and if the video blows up, good. If it doesn't, you know, but not everyone can come on here and upload consistently and do it on days that they don't feel like doing it, on days that they do feel like doing it. And that's kind of the main thing that I wanted to touch on is that, as I said earlier, I've been meaning to do this video for a while, and I've keep delaying and pushing it back because I'm afraid that it might be the wrong time, afraid of getting embarrassed or just not feeling like doing it. And I've realized that this has to stop. Um, I'm tired of just consuming, and not putting things out there. Like I love creating. I've always loved creating and putting things out onto the world for other people to enjoy, to try out. Like this is why I made videos in the first place. Um, and so by saying that, I'm basically committing to myself that I will work towards something. I will start posting consistently. What type of content will it be? I don't know. I feel like that's something that I just have to do, and as I do it, I will figure it out. Um, I do have this one idea of a project that I'm working on that I do think has a lot of potential, which I could see myself posting about. Maybe a little bit every day, kind of about the project, but I could also just be posting um, about my journey, right? Exploring academia, research, and getting into the industry because these are all things I'm passionate about, right? I'm so passionate. Like I don't want to boast about myself, but you know, if I didn't love computer science, I don't think I would still be doing it, right? Like I would have pivoted to something else because let's be honest, that's the easy thing. But enduring through this hard job market, enduring through, you know, the toughness of the career, because computer science and software engineering is not an easy career. Um, the preparation for interviews, the recruitment process, the actual job itself, it's it seems easy on the outside. I feel like as someone who has experience with all that, it seems easier than it actually is, and so I just love it, and that's why I want to work on these projects. That's why I want to increase my skills. Learn more. Implement these papers, read these papers, and just learn more about the subject because I'm generally passionate about it. And so what I will commit to myself is, come on here and maybe not post videos, but make short form content maybe every day here and there, and maybe once a week do like a big video. Um, but yeah, I want to do that because I'm tired of not creating. I keep reading everywhere that you should be creating, not consuming, and that it's never a bad time to start. Like the hardest part is to start. The hardest part for people, which is actually true, is starting, is getting here like I'm doing right now, recording this video, hitting post. That is the hardest part for some people, and I'm one of those people. Um, but I want to change that, and so basically, where I want to go with this is that even though I have no direction, even though sometimes I might feel like I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and I might feel discouraged or might feel, I guess, lost. I think that is completely normal. As I'm only 22. Um, I don't want to say I'm navigating life for myself, but that's kind of what it feels like sometimes. And so, what I do want to say is that I would just figure it out, right? That's what it's about. That's what these videos are for. I'm not losing any hope. If anything, I probably feel a lot better now than I did a year ago. When I was navigating this whole like situation. And so, yeah, I just wanted to come on here to make this video to make a commitment to myself. And, if there's a chance that anyone ever is watching this, let me know in the comments. Like, if you might have felt this way, not necessarily within, software engineering or computer science or this industry, like within your realm of expertise, like if you felt this way, because I think it would be good for me to see other perspectives on this. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't expect that many people to see this, and I might not even post this, but I probably should just because of what I said earlier. But I think that that's really all I have, and I guess I can go into more details on some other things in other videos, but I guess that'll be for later videos. Um, so yeah, thanks. Thanks for if you watch this, then thank you because I don't even know. Like I don't know why you would watch it, but yeah.